Imagine a man who has seen the darkest corners of the wizarding world, who has fought monsters in human form, and who trusts no one, not even himself. This is the story of Alastor Moody, the greatest Auror who ever lived, and the most broken. But what shattered him? What secrets from his past turned a hero into a paranoid recluse? Today we're diving deep into the dark, untold past of Alastor Moody. Before Alastor Moody became the grizzled, scarred veteran everyone feared and respected, he was a young, ambitious Auror fresh out of the ministry's training program. But even then, Moody stood out, not just for his skill, but for his obsession with vigilance, constant vigilance. But where did this obsession begin? The answer lies in his first mission. Moody's first assignment was not the standard beginner's patrol of Diagon Alley. No, he was immediately thrust into a high-risk investigation involving a group of dark wizards experimenting with forbidden magic. He was supposed to observe, gather intelligence, and report, but the mission went wrong. A young Auror who was his partner was ambushed, and Moody was forced to watch as dark magic consumed them. It was his first encounter with betrayal, as he learned that one of the ministry's own had been secretly working with the dark wizards. Moody barely escaped, scarred and forever changed. From that moment, trust became a luxury he couldn't afford. As Moody's career advanced, his reputation grew. He became known as the ministry's most fearless Auror, but his methods were brutal. He didn't just catch dark wizards, he hunted them. His list of captured criminals included some of the most dangerous Death Eaters of the time, such as Igor Karkaroff, who would later betray his allies to save his own life. But this victory came with a price. For every dark wizard Moody brought to justice, he made an enemy. His enemies struck back. Ambushes, curses, traps. They tried everything. Over time, these encounters left Moody's body scarred, his face twisted, and his famous magical eye replaced the one he lost in battle. Each scar told a story of survival, but they also deepened his paranoia. His colleagues saw him as a hero, but Moody saw himself as cursed, a man doomed to fight darkness forever. Moody's paranoia wasn't just a personal flaw, it became a tool. He trusted no one, not even those closest to him. He developed a habit of casting protective spells on everything, from his belongings to his food. At the ministry, he refused to sit with his back to any door, and he would never enter a room without first checking for traps. But even his allies began to fear him. To many, he was a legend, but to others, he was a madman. Younger Aurors whispered about his obsession, claiming that Moody was just as dangerous as the dark wizards he hunted. But they didn't understand. Moody had seen how easily darkness could corrupt. He knew that anyone, even his closest allies, could become traitors. This mistrust reached its peak during the First Wizarding War. Moody watched as colleagues he had trained turned to Voldemort's side. He saw friends become enemies, partners become traitors. But his greatest betrayal was yet to come. During the Second Wizarding War, Moody became a key member of the Order of the Phoenix. But even among allies, his paranoia remained. He set up defensive charms around every safe house, questioned even the most trusted members, and never revealed all his secrets to anyone. But the worst blow came from within the Order itself. When Barty Crouch Jr., a Death Eater thought to be imprisoned for life, kidnapped Moody and used Polyjuice Potion to impersonate him at Hogwarts, it wasn't just an attack, it was the ultimate betrayal. Moody, the master of vigilance, had been outmaneuvered, and no one noticed. No one saved him. For nearly a year, he was a prisoner in his own enchanted trunk, powerless, forgotten. When he was finally freed, he wasn't just scarred physically, his spirit was shattered. Even among friends, Moody felt alone. After the incident with Barty Crouch Jr., Moody's paranoia reached a new level. He saw threats everywhere, even when none existed. Friends became suspects. Allies became potential enemies. The once legendary Auror became a recluse, trusting only his own spells, his own protections. But despite his fears, Moody remained a hero. He fought in the Battle of the Seven Potters, protecting Harry Potter at the cost of his own life. But his death was not just a tragic sacrifice. It was the end of a man who had given everything to fight darkness, only to be consumed by the shadows of his own mind. Alastor Moody's story is one of courage, betrayal, and tragic mistrust. He was the greatest Auror of his age, but also the most haunted. His paranoia saved lives, but it also cost him his humanity. But what do you think? Was Alastor Moody right to trust no one? Or did his paranoia become his greatest enemy? Would you have survived a life like his? Let me know in the comments below.